I have been waiting to watch this movie since last September. Okay? That is almost a whole entire year. Something's obviously wrong here. Hey guys, what's up? It's All About Mike 18 here with another movie review. Guys, in this video, I will be reviewing The Place Beyond the Pines, the independent crime drama thriller from director Derek Cianfrance. I'm bad with pronouncing names, guys. I know, I'm sorry. So, guys, The Place Beyond the Pines. Sorry there's no poster for this review, but I have the Blu-Ray instead. I did buy this movie on Blu-ray. And if you guys actually want to watch my review and unboxing for this film on Blu-ray, it's already up on my channel. I put it up like last week. I'll leave a link somewhere in this video. Click on it, watch it, and there you go. So guys, The Place Beyond the Pines, as I mentioned in my intro, I have been waiting since last September to watch this movie. That is the first time I heard about The Place Beyond the Pines. And as you guys know me, I love independent filmmaking. I love a lot of indie films. They're very well done, and I was really looking forward to this film since I heard about it last September. It was shown at the Toronto International Film Festival, and it was reviewed by a few movie reviewers, and I got excited for it from then on. Then the trailer came out, and I was definitely looking forward to the movie. And then the movie did come out, but it was given, of course, a limited release. You guys know me, I hate limited releases. They suck. And any film that gets a limited release never comes to my theater. It just never does. I don't know why. And so I was really upset. So the movie came out in March. 2 weeks later, it was given a wide release, but the release wasn't wide enough because it still did not come to my theater. That's right. Everyone who loves movies had already seen this film by about, I don't know, mid-April. I still had not seen it because it was nowhere near in any of my closest theaters. It was, I don't know, maybe like 2 hours away from where I live. I wasn't going to go that far to watch the movie. I just wasn't. I said, you know what, I gotta wait for the Blu-ray. So I literally picked this film up, opening day on Blu-ray, and I didn't even watch it. So this was kind of a blind buy for me. And here I am, reviewing The Place Beyond the Pines. Now, you guys are going to wonder why I'm doing a review for this film, because it's not important anymore. This movie came out months ago. You're probably wondering, well, why are you doing a review for it now? It's so late. The reason being, guys, is because I believed that this film would crack my top 10 list. For the best movies of the year that I'm going to be making at the end of 2013. And I thought it would crack the list, and turns out, guys, it definitely did, because The Place Beyond the Pines was fantastic. I love this movie. That's all I'm going to say for my enjoyment of the film right now. But since this film is probably going to be on my top 10 list of the best films of the year, I have to review it. I mean, I just have to have it reviewed. So that's why this review is so late. That's why I'm doing it. So guys, let's get into the actual review for the movie. I'm taking way too long to get into this review. The first thing I'm going to start talking about is the story for The Place Beyond the Pines. Now, the film is kind of 3 stories in one movie, so if you don't like movies like that, you might not like The Place Beyond the Pines. Just warning you guys. There's about 3 different stories going on in this movie. The first half of the movie, which is about the first 40 to 50 minutes of the movie, this is Ryan Gosling's story. Now, Ryan Gosling plays a motorcycle stuntman. He does these tricks in this metal cage, you know, that circular cage at like festivals and fairs and stuff like that. He meets up with an old girlfriend, Eva Mendes' character, and he learns some very shocking news. He is actually a father. Eva Mendes had a young son, and this son is Ryan Gosling's son. And he's shocked. He had no clue about his son. So, you know, he begins to start robbing banks and stealing money to provide for his son and for Eva Mendes' character, because, you know, he wants to be involved with them. You know, he loves his son, and he wants to be involved with them, so he begins to start robbing banks and stealing this money to provide for them. And obviously he's going down the wrong path, and he's making a lot of bad decisions, and that's all I'm going to say about the first story for The Place Beyond the Pines. Now, the second story in the movie is focuses on Bradley Cooper's character. Now, Bradley Cooper plays a really determined cop in this movie. He crosses paths with Ryan Gosling's character, and obviously there's some tension going on there. And Bradley Cooper is this really good cop, and when I mean good, he's not corrupt. He's not doing wrong things. He's not doing dirty things that cops shouldn't be doing. And Bradley Cooper has to combat all this corruption that is going on in his own department. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to spoil anything. There will be no spoilers in this review, guys. And finally, guys, the third story that is the last half of the movie, the last, I don't know, maybe the last 40 minutes of the movie. This movie is long, which is not a problem. The last story actually focuses on two teenage boys who are both in high school. That's all I'm going to say about those two characters. They are also making some very wrong decisions. They are starting to do drugs, and they get involved with ecstasy and all that. And they are definitely making some very bad decisions. And that's all I'm going to say about The Place Beyond the Pines, guys. I know that seems a little odd. There's 3 different stories going on, and they may not connect to you guys, but you just have to watch the movie. I don't want to spoil anything. But I am going to say this much. The story is so well written. A lot of people did not like the last half of the movie, the last part of the movie with focusing on the 2 teenage boys. I loved that part of the movie. I loved this whole movie mainly because of its story writing, because it was so well written. The screenplay was great. So the next thing, guys, that I'm going to get into is the cast for this movie. Now, this movie has a superb cast. There are so many great actors in this movie. Our main 2 actors are Ryan Gosling and Bradley Cooper, who have been getting so much Oscar buzz for this movie. Now, Ryan Gosling, Drive. I love this movie. Okay, Ryan Gosling was fantastic in Drive. This is one of my favorite movies of all time, probably. I love Drive. Excellent movie. Such a great... I just love Drive. Okay, and Ryan Gosling was fantastic in that. And I was really looking forward to this movie because Gosling was in it, because he's a really good actor, and he, again, gives another really good performance in this movie. I really liked his character, and I understood why he was doing what he was doing, and I love that character. There are a lot of memorable characters in this movie, for sure, and Gosling portrays his character just so well. He's really good in some of the bank heist scenes in the movie, and he was really good in this movie. Thumbs up for Gosling. Now, is he Oscar-worthy, in my opinion? I won't get mad if he gets nominated. Do I feel that, would I nominate him? I wouldn't. There's a specific reason why. I'm not going to spoil it, because I will be spoiling the movie if I say why I wouldn't agree with him getting a nomination. If you want to know why, comment in the comments or message me. There's a specific reason why I feel Ryan Gosling shouldn't get nominated for this movie, but I'm not going to get into it. Now, next up, Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper was fantastic in this movie as well. He was so good in Silver Linings Playbook. I think he was a little bit better in that, but he was really good in The Place Beyond the Pines as well. I loved that character, just like Ryan Gosling's character, and Bradley Cooper does an amazing job. There are a few moments in this movie where I was so shocked by how an amazing job Bradley Cooper was doing in this movie. And he is just excellent. A really good performance. I would definitely consider giving Bradley Cooper some Oscar love. That's all I'm just going to say. I want to keep the review going, guys. Now, there are a few other cast members. I'm just going to briefly mention. Eva Mendes is in the movie. She plays... like I said, Ryan Gosling's former girlfriend. She was really good in the movie. Eva Mendes, great actress. Who else? Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta plays a corrupt cop in this movie, and he does such a good job in this role. They give him so many good lines in this movie. Ray Liotta did a fantastic job. And Rose Byrne plays Bradley Cooper's wife in the movie. She did a good job in her scenes. She really wasn't in the movie too much. And finally, the last 2 actors that I must mention, they gave fantastic performances. What's their names? Dane, DeHaan, and Emory Cohen. They played the 2 teenagers in the movie, in the end of the movie. They gave fantastic performances for young actors. Definitely, I would consider maybe some award love for both of them. They really did a good job in this movie, especially Emory Cohen. Dane DeHaan was fantastic. He really was. But the actor who blew me away out of the 2 was Emory Cohen. He gave a fantastic performance as a troubled teenager, and they both did a really good job. And the other actor I forgot to mention, Ben Mendelsohn. He was in The Dark Knight Rises. He was really good in this movie as well. That's all I'm going to say about the cast, guys. I know I'm talking way too long about this movie already, but the cast was fantastic. Easily, everyone gave a really good performance. I don't think anyone gave a bad performance in this movie, and that was one of the best parts of The Place Beyond the Pines for sure. Now guys, The Place Beyond the Pines is rated R. I'm going to talk about the rating real quick. Definitely there's some violence, there's language, there's drinking, there's drugs and all that, so beware of that. But if you're a film lover, you have to watch this movie, because this is a must-watch for you. It really is. So guys, I think it's time for me to give my rating for The Place Beyond the Pines. As I said, guys, I really love this movie, and I was so stuck on this rating. I couldn't think of what to give this movie score. I was so conflicted. I was stuck between this score, and then in the end, I decided to give The Place Beyond the Pines a 9 out of 10, which means this film is fantastic. Go see it if you haven't seen it. Rent it, buy it, whatever. Just watch this movie. It is such a great film. And I love it. It is so far one of my favorite films of the year. Is it my favorite film of the year so far? No, it is not. But it is definitely one of my favorite films of 2013 so far. And I really love The Place Beyond the Pines, guys. So I'm going to mention a couple of other things that I liked about the movie. I really don't have too many complaints with this movie either, so there's that. Now, as I already mentioned, the writing was very well done. Some people may complain about the last act of the movie, the last part of the movie with the two teenagers. I thought the story writing was well done throughout the whole entire thing. I was into the movie from beginning to end because of the well done story writing, and I feel that the screenplay should get some Oscar love for sure. The screenplay was so well written. Great job, Derek Cianfrance, who also wrote the script for this movie. Really well written. Like I said, the cast all give excellent performances, especially Ryan Gosling and Bradley Cooper, who Oscar love definitely, especially for Bradley Cooper. And the supporting cast is excellent as well. And the two teenagers, Dane, DeHaan, Emory, Cohen, fantastic in this movie. They were excellent. What else? The direction. Derek Cianfrance does an excellent job directing this movie. I did not see his other film, The Blue Valentine, which also starred Ryan Gosling, but he did an excellent job directing this movie. This movie was very well filmed and well directed for sure. I definitely love this movie for that reason. Another thing that blew me away with this movie was definitely the cinematography. The cinematography in this movie is fantastic. Definitely Oscar-worthy cinematography here. And I always pay attention to that in movies. I love paying attention to a film because of the cinematography. There are so many beautiful shots in this movie. This movie is a beautiful film to look at because of its locations and how good the cinematography is. It really is. The other thing, getting back to how this movie was filmed, there are a few scenes in this movie with Ryan Gosling riding on his motorcycle that blew me away the way they filmed it. It's like, there's this one scene, Gosling is riding on his motorcycle, he's riding ahead, the camera's behind him, and he's moving all crazy on the motorcycle, you know, and the camera is like moving with him. It's like the camera was attached to a motorcycle, and they were filming Gosling riding the motorcycle as the filmmaker was riding the motorcycle. It was just so amazing how that was filmed. The rest of the movie is very well filmed. I love all that with The Place Beyond the Pines. Such a well-filmed movie. Excellent cinematography. The movie was also very well edited. I did not have a problem with the editing, the pacing, or anything like that. I did not get bored at all in this movie. The movie is 2 hours and 20 minutes long. I did not get bored once, okay? I did not get bored. And people don't complain about the length of a movie. I love long movies. That's my opinion. But if a movie is that entertaining, then it deserves to be long. Because, I mean, there's that. Moving on, guys, a few other things. I think that's basically it. There were a few really intense and emotional scenes in this movie. I mean, there really were several scenes in this movie. There were some really intense and emotional scenes. I love when movies do that. And finally, the last thing that I loved, absolutely loved about The Place Beyond the Pines was a few of them, this one main message that they had in the movie, and that was the message of how important decision-making is. A lot of characters make some really messed up decisions in this movie, and that was definitely reflected, shown several times in this movie. A lot of characters make bad decisions that not only affect themselves, they affect others, and that was so well told. That message was so well told in this movie. The importance of making a decision, and you have to realize, wow, this is going to impact me for life. This is going to be what people remember me by, and I'm going to impact so many people with this one decision, and I love that about this movie. There are a few other messages, you know, fatherhood and father and son relationships, and There's that, but the main message of decision making and impacting decisions I loved with this movie, and that's it. That's everything I loved about The Place Beyond the Pines. Also, I think I forgot to mention a few of the motorcycle chase sequences were excellent, really intense. So that's it, guys. That's everything I loved about The Place Beyond the Pines. I'm telling you guys I love this movie. Now, as for a few complaints, I do have about 2 complaints with this movie. One complaint, this is my biggest complaint, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this, but I felt that the movie's score/soundtrack was actually a problem. I did not like the soundtrack in this movie. Apart from one song that was in the movie, there was this one song that's played in the trailer. It's called Snow Angel. And I love that song. It's played in the trailer, it's played in the movie, and I love that. Apart from that one song, I do not like any other... I really don't like any other song in this movie. I don't know what it was. A few parts of the movie I was watching, and the score starts playing, and it took me out of the movie. It ruined my experience in a few scenes of the movie. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't a big fan of the score or the soundtrack. Some of the songs felt oddly placed, and I just wasn't a big fan of that. That's just a minor... That's one of my bigger complaints. And another complaint, I felt one storyline didn't wrap up quite well. I would have loved for it to had an extra scene to it. And that's really it, guys. I really love this movie. Another thing, I really hyped this movie up too much. I thought it was going to be one of the best films of my life. It probably wasn't, but it's definitely one of the best films of the year. I shouldn't have overhyped it like that, but it was really good. I really liked it. I really recommend it. 9 out of 10. Highly recommend The Place Beyond the Pines. It's one of the best films of the year. It's one of the best dramas maybe I've seen in a while. It's not my favorite film of the year or anything like that, but it's one of the best films I've seen all year so far. It really is. I love this movie. Please go watch it, rent it, whatever, however you have to see it. I highly recommend it. If you love dramas, if you love independent filmmaking, if you love these actors, watch this movie. It's your movie. Trust me, it is. Place Beyond the Pines was excellent, guys. I really enjoyed it. So, that's it, guys. That's it for my review. Sorry for the fact that the video is so long, guys. So, what did you think of The Place Beyond the Pines? Let me know down below in the comments. Did you like it? Did you not like it so much? Is it one of your favorite films of the year? Let me know, guys, down below in the comments. And thank you for watching my review. And that's it, guys. So, thank you for watching. Bye.